Hello, welcome to episode 1 of my new podcast, From Darkness to Light. If someone had asked me, hey, do you want to go through a spiritual awakening? Knowing what I know now, I would have said, heck no. Because there is no manual, there is no script. It's you. It's you and on your own to figure it out. You're going to be guided, but it will feel like you are at war. Yep, I was at war with myself and I wasn't even aware of it. Before my spiritual awakening, was what you would describe as a very nice person with a great job, a single mama, a trailblazer. But I was living life like I was a robot, silently battling with myself, always feeling like something was off, but I couldn't figure out what that was. But I'm glad I did this thing, even though I can't lie, it was messy. The only way I can describe it is, remember Moana, the Disney movie? Well, if you watched it, it's exactly like that. I think Disney have always shown us what spiritual awakening or the experience was, but I never paid much attention to it. And in that way, I never thought this looks like spiritual awakening 101. What is spiritual awakening? I don't know how to define it, but to me, it feels like I went to war with someone that was me or my higher power. It was ugly. I would say spiritual awakening is like the battle of the soul. As my podcast title is Going from Darkness to Light and me coming out from my shadows. Were the signs that I was going to go through this? Yeah, they were, but I ignored them. I didn't want to know that they were pointing me to a spiritual awakening. I think I ignored them and pushed them aside. But eventually, my life fell apart. I lost my job. My business, which I'd built since I'd lost my job, also fell apart, and no matter how many times I tried, it never worked out. I think maybe this should have been my number one. The biggest thing that should have alerted me that something was off with my life was my health. But I was so busy chasing. I was so busy chasing a career. I was so busy doing. I never had time to relax, to listen. My body had warned me long before, and I refused to listen. I gained weight. Yep, I was 113 kilograms at one point. I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, but diabetes also came. I struggled with insomnia and chronic fatigue. My back was always sore, my shoulders were always sore, and I had chronic constipation. Most people live with chronic conditions thinking that it is normal, but it's not. The body is aware that something is not where it's supposed to be. You know, the disease stands for dis-ease, like you are not at ease with your truth. The other thing that I noticed that was a signal of my spiritual awakening, money. I'd always been financially stable, but I ran into financial difficulties. This one didn't happen before, it happened in the middle of my awakening. The fifth one is I had a challenging time with parenting. And that happened when my child was young. I struggled to play with my daughter, which felt weird. And something in me said, this is not right, but I didn't know what. The other thing is I didn't really have good relationships with the opposite sex. Instead, I stopped dating because I thought there must be something in me that was always attracting emotionally unavailable men. For you, there could be other clues, but it usually does have two major factors. You lose things that you have held dearly to, and you are isolated. I know some of you who are going through this may be wondering, is there a way that we could do a quick fix? I don't know. I'm glad though I didn't. And because I found this person, me, on this other side of this awakening. I wake up happier and I learn about myself every day. The awakening journey doesn't stop. It's a continuous process of learning, growing, evolving, being more conscious. If you are in the middle of this and you're feeling scared, it's normal. You are being shifted into a sacred place and you are meeting that highest version of yourself. You know, people when they go, your highest version, that's you who you're meeting. You are removing the shadows that have kept you playing small, that have kept you from being your true self. In the beginning, I used to think, well, when this ends, I can go back into my normal life. But my life now is not the same. I'm in a different space. I'm doing better. Yeah, sometimes the shadows do come back, but I know they're not there to scare me, but to help me face my light, to expand. So, no, there are no quick answers and no quick fixes, but living life this way is a better place for me. And I wanted to say thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being part of this podcast. And next time, I will be talking about the isolation. Thank you for being part of From Darkness to Light. I'm grateful for your support. If you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel, Transforming Lives. See you next time. Bye.